Thanks so much, and thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, Mr. Wolin, do you have meetings with Mr. Schulman and his then Deputy Commissioner Miller? Did you do that on a fairly regular basis?
I had, Congressman, quarterly management review meetings where we looked at broad issues with respect to the budget and to how their IT refresh was going and so forth. Again, taking full cognizance of this relationship with the IRS where we didn't engage in discussions, didn't work in the details of tax administration or tax enforcement.
Right, right. So, okay, roughly 4 times a year, you sit down, go over the budget, talk things through. That's good. They were, in terms of report stream, you're the appropriate person for that to happen in Treasury. I understand that. So, you regularly have this meeting, and you discuss budget issues. But this issue about IRS employees targeting conservative groups, did that ever come up in any of these meetings?
It did not. I have no recollection of that at all, Congressman.
Okay. So knowing what you now know, do you think there might have been a concerted effort to kind of prevent the report stream? I mean, prevent this from coming to you?
I don't know, Congressman, exactly what was going on within the IRS on this. What I know is that in general, and this is Treasury-IRS relationships for many administrations now of both political parties.
No, I understand. Right. We're not saying the IRS is a venerable organization, but certainly not as bad as what we've come to find out in this problem. So in May of 2012, the IRS had completed an internal review and investigation. Were you informed of that internal review and investigation?
No, Congressman, as I testified earlier this morning, I learned of that just in the last few days.
Okay, so no. Okay.
Right.
But were you informed, you were informed in June 2012 that the IG was undertaking their audit or review, right?
I'm not sure precisely, Congressman, when it was, but at some point, Mr. George came to me and said that he was undertaking an audit.
May, June, July, summer 2012.
Some point in 2012.
Some point in 2012? Was it perhaps before the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November? Just to establish as a fact here.
It may have been, Congressman.
Okay.
Again, I don't precisely recall when it was.
Mr. George, do you have some further vague recollection? Was it perhaps hot outside, or were you wearing an overcoat? I mean, some time frame for me? Not to be glib about it, but,
No, sir. No, it was in the summer of 2012.
Okay, thank you. So, in the summer 2012, you're informed the IG is undertaking this review. Does this raise any sort of concern with you?
Well, what it raises for me is what I said earlier, which is once the IG is looking at an issue,
No, I understand. I'm separate from that. I'm not saying you go to Mr. George and try to manhandle him and say, don't do this. I'm not making that accusation, okay? Just to be clear. What I'm saying is he brings this very serious matter to you. You've received letters from the left and the right in Congress to the Department of Treasury, among various other administration officials, right? They send letters to the Treasury and to the IG. It's their press reports. In the spring of that year, there's some concern. Your IG comes forward and says, look, we're going to take this review. Don't you go, this is kind of, a good thing, bad thing? Come on, give me some sort of sense of your emotions. You're a human person, too.
Congressman, I did not have awareness of this issue before. I don't believe
No. I'm not talking about your learning. I'm talking about your feelings. Let's talk about your feelings then. And when you heard the IG is going to do this, you're serving a president. The president appointed you. You're Senate confirmed. Very important position. You're there from the beginning of the administration. The IG comes to you and says, we're looking into this very damning thing. It's a presidential election year. You don't say for a minute, this is kind of frightening.
He didn't come to me with conclusions, Congressman. He came to me with the fact of the audit. So what I said to him was, this is important, and you should follow the facts where they lead.
Okay, so then take me from there. Do you tell anybody?
No, not until much later.
When? Like when?
I don't know. I can't remember, but some point later, I came to learn that the IG had also told the fact of his audit to some other folks.
No. So we're talking about summer of 2012. The election is coming up. It's unclear who's going to win. Your guy that nominated you, I assume you still support him, but in 2012, you're looking at this election year, and you don't pick up the phone and say to your contacts at the White House, which, and say, just as a heads up, this could actually hit the fan in a presidential year.
I did not, Congressman.
Okay. And you don't tell anybody in the Office of Counsel at the White House?
I did not.
Okay. So the first time you learned about conservative groups being targeted by the IRS was when this report came out.
The first time I learned that there was before the report came out, a draft of the report was shared with IRS, and IRS staff, as I think is now public, had conversations with some people at the Treasury Department. I didn't have any understanding of the details, but I understood from Mr. George, I think at some point in the last set of weeks, that this was going to be a report that was going to reach a very damning conclusion. But I didn't have any understanding at that point.
Did you give a heads up to the White House Chief of Staff?
I did not.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks for your indulgence. The absurdity of this is that when a huge accusation is being undertaken by an Inspector General in a presidential year, I just, it is beyond me to think that an administration official wouldn't have maybe, let me ask another question. Did you contact Chicago about it?
The gentleman's time has expired. Make it very quick.
Did you contact the campaign about it?
I never had any contact with the campaign.
Thank you. To make sure. Thank you.
Mr. George,